Hello everyone, I'm Sarah, Rich Textures Crochet, and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet a pretty puffs stitch. This is a beautiful crochet stitch, lots of texture, and features these clean lines of favorite puff stitches that run across the top. This is the front of your fabric. If you turn it over to the back side, you're looking at a very plain design, so all the texture is to the front side. Today for the tutorial, I'm going to be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook. This is the bamboo crochet hook by Rowan. I'm also going to be using a medium or a worsted weight yarn, and this is the Heatherly yarn by We Crochet and Knit Picks. I'm going to include links to both of these items in the description of this video. Also down in the description of this video, you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. And I also encourage you to check out my latest book, Barn Quilt Blankets, which features a collection of 5 beautiful crochet blankets with a geometric design. That's also linked down in this description of this video. So thanks again for joining me. Let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started. Now our stitch today is worked in rows. You're going to start by making a slip knot and then by working a foundation chain. Today for our foundation chain, you're going to need an odd number of stitches. So today I'm going to go ahead and chain 21. And 21. Once you have that odd number of stitches, you're going to begin row 1 by working a double crochet into the 4th chain from your hook, and then simply double crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of row 1, once you have worked a double crochet all the way across, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to begin by working a single crochet into the first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. You're then going to work a puff stitch into your next. To work your puff stitch, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and draw up a loop to the height of your single crochet. You're going to do that twice more. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, and one more time, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, and draw up a loop. You will then have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 7 loops. That is your puff stitch. You're then going to single crochet into the next. You're now going to repeat that all the way across. Puff stitch into your next stitch, and single crochet into your next, all the way across. When you come all the way across, you're going to finish off with a single crochet into your final stitch, which is the top of your turning chain. That brings you to the end of row 2, and you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. Your chain 3 will count as a double crochet stitch. Now for row 3, we're going to work in the back loop only all the way across, and you're going to double crochet into the next stitch and then double crochet into each stitch all the way across. always working in that back loop. Now to find your back loop, you're going to look at the top of your stitch and you have a horizontal bar that runs across closest to you and one that's furthest away. That one that's furthest away is your back loop. So double crochet into the next stitch and then into each stitch all the way across in the back loop only. When you come all the way across at the end of row 3, under the final stitch, single crochet stitch, you're going to work under both loops to work your final double crochet. You're then going to chain 1 and turn your work, and now for the rest of the pattern you're simply going to repeat your rows 2 and 3. So your row 2 beginning with your single crochet followed by your puff stitch all the way across, and then repeat your row 3 once again, which was the double crochet row working in the back loop only all the way to that final stitch. And that's all there is to working this pretty puff stitch. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.